everybody, welcome back to another ASMR video. Today, as you guys can see, we're back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Finally, it's been quite a long time, and I do apologize for that. But, as you may or may not know, there was recently a Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG ban list, and with that, I haven't been playing very much, very often. I've been pretty busy with, life and other things. But when I was playing, when I did get the opportunity to play, I was playing Dracotail. And as you can see here, we are here with Dracotail, my Dracotail deck. So I'll kind of show you what I have, and then since Dracotail was one of, if not the best deck of the previous format before the ban list, it was hit on the ban list as, it probably should have been. So I was going to make some edits to my current build, so in the future I have the deck just there ready to play. I tend to do that as new lists come out. It just kind of makes it easier for me. And then kind of familiarize myself with the game a little bit as time goes on, just in like little tiny increments. But I was gonna make edits to the deck, and I figured if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just turn the camera on, record a whispering video, and just yap about it a little bit. So here we have the current build. This is the side. This is the extra. I'll kind of show you what I have now, some of my thought processes, and then we have to make some edits to the current deck because, some of the cards like Malulu, Dracotail Malulu went to 1, and then Ketu Dracotail went to 1. So, have to make those edits. And then the way I have the deck built a little bit right now, which I'll get into in just a second, was built, one, it was kind of following trends of the better players, and it was also because I wasn't playing very often. My skills were not up to par. They weren't, what they should be. So I built the deck kind of around that a little bit to not like auto win, but make it easier and more forgiving for myself when I make mistakes. And then I did build it with Shaddolls to kind of make Winda and kind of auto win, I'll be honest, because when my skills aren't there, I'm making misplays often. Dracotail is not really a deck that is super forgiving with that. You miss one trigger, you fumble a resource loop, you're kind of out of the game. So this build that I currently have is kind of tailored to that, and then I think I have to revert a lot of the changes I made because of the ban list. So what I have currently is 3 Vimina, 3 Lucius, 3 Malulu, 3 Ban, 2 Urkla, so 5 of the big dragons, 3 Rahu, 3 Ketu, 1 of each of the traps, and that's it for the Dracotails. So, gonna keep those together. If you'll notice, I'm not playing Frixel. I completely got the branded stuff and opted for Shaddolls. So the Shaddolls were definitely net decked. I was playing 2 Squamata, 1 Beast, 1 Dragon, and 1 Hedgehog. In like the 3 or 4 matches I played with these, they felt incredibly good. I know at the beginning of the Justice Hunters format, when the deck first came out, people were playing Shaddolls, making Winda, getting the extra effects of them, and then myself included. But looking back, I don't really know why. Like, you get extra advantage, you get guard advantage, you get extra effects from the Shaddolls, and you can make Winda, and Winda is insane for winning you the game. Especially in Dracotail, when you don't need to summon a ton. Like, you're fine just summoning an Arthalion, or, a Secretarion. But yeah, 5 seemed like a good amount where I was seeing them plenty. But I wasn't, like, stuck with, like, just too many in my hand. And then with that, I played 2 Cartesia. Just as extra ways to fusion that were also generating card advantage. Like, you fuse Cartesia away, and then she just comes right back to your hand. And then I was playing the one Performapal Odd Eyes Dissolver, which this was a tech that I was not familiar with until I saw it online. And I had to net deck it, and I think people are playing more than one in the Shaddol build online, but I only had one, and since I wasn't playing very often, I didn't feel like it was worth ordering a common and spending the money, and now I'm glad I didn't, because I'm probably not playing anymore. But for any of you guys who are not familiar, it's a monster, so all of the Dracotail monster things. But the effect, the pendulum effect, once per turn during your main phase, you can fusion summon one dragon fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. That's pretty good. So it's really just another way to fuse that's not a third copy of Cartesia. And then it does have a monster effect also, that during your main phase you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your field and or pendulum zones, including this card. Like, that one isn't, like, super common. You're not really using that one, but it is there. So, pretty cool. And then, because of the kind of larger engine, there were a little bit less hand traps. So I played 3 Ash. Not that Ash is very good as a card by itself, but it's really, really good. Going first, stopping Mulcharmys. And speaking of Mulcharmys, it was 3 Fua, 3 Berulia. And these 6 kind of go along with the I'm not very good, let me have as many cards in my deck that auto win me the game. Not that these cards do. I actually think the Mulcharmys are very well designed cards, and I like the balance that they bring to the game. However, that's a whole, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Philosophy debate that I don't really want to get into right now, but they do really hinder your opponent from playing, and like you said, like I said, you can get away with sorry, I didn't say this, but you can get away with having extra Mulcharmys in your hand because you can just use them as fusion material, as monsters, and it doesn't matter. So, playing 6 Mulcharmys and 3 Ash for 9. So then moving on to what I have currently in the extra and side deck. It's 3 Arthalion. I don't ever see a world where you don't play that. was playing a Mysterion, Philia Regis, Chaos, Star Source Dragon. Then, of course, Winda. I think there honestly could be an argument for two Winda in this type of build, but that's not what I'm going for after these edits. So, and then, of course, if you've seen my previous profiles, you know I am a Seals stan. I love this card. I don't love when people cut it from this deck. I think it's like just an extra interaction that, yeah, you don't make it often, but like when you do, it's really, really nice to have. And I don't think the Dracotail extra deck is that loaded or that tight that you don't have room. So why not just play it? At least that's how I think. And then of course Cross Sheep, very, very good in this deck. SP. It's 2026. Like I don't think you play like any deck without this card. Typhon. This is cuttable. It hardly ever wins a game. But the games that it does win, you have no chance of winning without it. So I like to include it. Plus, I just love this card. And then I'm playing Dinkirsu. I never summon it. Like, literally one time I've never played it. I think there's a hypothetical world where it does come up, but But I cut the branded stuff, so I needed to fill space. And, just throw it in there. Then for the side deck, I don't know how much this changes, to be honest. 3 Fenrir. 3 Droll. That needs to change. 3 Phantasme. 3 Lightning Storm. Baldrake. Magnemite. Druisworm. I think everything stays the same except for 1 Droll in this, but we'll get to that later. So, let's get into the edits. So, I think what really has to happen here for me, 3 Ash Days, 3 Brulia, 3 Fua. I think these stay. I don't see a world in the relative future where I play a deck that doesn't have 6 Charmies somewhere. Whether that's Meowls, Perulia, Fua, like, I feel like the Charmies are just too good to not play. It kind of goes back to the whole, I'm not very good, let's play as many cards that are auto-win as possible. Now, I personally don't think that the Charmies are auto-win cards. I think they are healthy for the game. I think that they bring a good balance to combo decks in the game, but that's like a whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Philosophy thing that I don't want to get into right now. But anyway, I think these cards have to stay. So those 9 are set. I think this card comes out. Maybe the Cartesias. Probably the Cartesias. I think the Shaddolls come out. The 3 Traps. Those stay. Then Ketus. I have to take out 2 of them because of the ban list, so we're playing 1 Ketu. And honestly, with the Shaddolls, I was thinking about cutting down on Rahu to 2, maybe even 1. But now that Ketu is limited, I think we have to play all 3. We want to be able to activate our traps. We want to be able decks to like put back, and we want to be able to activate our other cards, and we have to have these to set. Like, we have to have enough of them to set. So I think you play the max amount. Maybe there's an argument to play more than one of each of some of the traps, but I don't know. I'm not going to. Now, these I'm not sure of. I think for now I'm gonna leave 2 Urgula, and I think I'm gonna go 2 Pan and take 1 Pan out. And then I might change that in a minute once I kind of move some cards around and see how it looks. Then 1 Malulu, have to, gotta cut 2. Then 3 Lucius, 3 Vimeno. So I'm gonna go ahead and count what we have like set and locked in the deck, and then see what we're at. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we have 27 cards locked. I'm going to keep these over here to the side, because those are definitely good options. Now, this pile is just things I think we might need. So for the 2 Malulu, 2 Ketu, and then the Shadolls, and then this, I think pretty easy replacements here are branded cards. So, and then Frixel. I think we have Frixel, 2 branded Fusion of Fallen of Albaz. So that's easy 4 swap for these 4 cards that were hit. So let me go ahead and take those out. Put those right there. Get these in some sleeves. Now, personally, I think there is a world that you can make the argument that Dracotail should not be played with more than 1 engine, sub-engine, and I think there's an argument to be made for that you could do it. Now, I personally don't like the idea of mixing the Shadolls and the branded cards. So because I'm putting the branded cards back in, I think what has to happen is the Shadolls have to come out. And I'm kind of looking at this as these could just be hand traps. Now, I'm not sure exactly what hand traps I want them to be, but I think I really want Nibiru in my deck. So I think I take out here these 3. And I think we put Nibiru in. Nibiru is just such a, like, it's such a versatile card, and it pairs really well with other hand traps. To be honest, it doesn't, in my opinion, pair very well somebody, add it back with an Arthalion, and then Veiler them again in the same turn is incredible in this deck. So I think that interaction alone warrants playing a Veiler. Now we lost ways to fuse, like quick effect ways to fuse with Malulu, and we lost a Dracotail name. So we lost 2 Dracotail names and Ketu. So we're down on ways to fuse. So I think we put Frixel back in, but we took Pan out. So we lost 3, added 1. I almost think these 2 need to stay, these Cartesias. So I think this should be an even 40. Let me see what we got for cards. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 hand traps. And in those are 6 Charmies. 17 hand traps is a pretty good number. Then for the branded and Cartesia stuff, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we're at 22. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay, I'm at 41. I personally have no problem playing 41. I know some people hate it. I know some people say it doesn't matter. I just don't know. Like, yeah, I could definitely cut something. I could cut a Veiler, I could cut a Bell. But I kind of like the idea of having 2. I think for now I'm just gonna play 41, and then as I play and like figure out the format better, if I play, then I'll kind of make the decision that way on what I wanna cut. So I think the main deck is pretty good for now. So let's move to the extra deck. Let's do the cards that stay. Definitely staying. 3 Arthalion, a Gulamel, definitely a Secretarion, not Winda, Philly Regis, Chaos, Spirit, Spheres, Crosssheep, SP, those, honestly. I think these are the ones that stay. I think SP is a flex. But like I said, it's 2026. I think you almost have to have SP. The only thing I would consider playing over SP is Typhon. But I think SP just comes up way more than Typhon ever would. So, I think we play SP. So these 4, I think, can come out. I almost want to fit Mysterion in there somewhere. I just don't know where. And I personally don't summon this card very often. that might be just a skill issue. Like, I just might not be playing the deck properly, and I might not be good enough to where it comes up enough for me. But as of right now, I don't think I'm gonna play it. And if I have stuff in the extra that I feel I'm not summoning enough, I'll cut it and I'll put the Mysterium back in. Or if I go to like a locals and I'm like, wow, I really wish I had that card, I'll cut it. I'll cut something else to put it in there. But yeah, we'll go Sanctifier, Mirror Jade. Could also cut Mirror Jade. I don't think Mirror Jade comes off that often either. Lubellion, Albion. I feel like I should have checked the ban list for Sanctifier. I don't think it was hit, and I don't think it's going to be because of all the new branded stuff coming out. But I do think it should be. I don't think this card should exist. But it does. So what we have for our 15 extra deck cards: Sanctifier, Lubellion, Mirror Jade, Albion, SP Cross Sheep, Spheres, Spirit, Chaos, Star Source, Philly Regis, Secretarion, Gulamel, and then the 3 Arthalion. I'm fairly happy with that. Now, side deck. I think Bystials, I think they stay. I think they got a little bit worse with the Habakiri hit, because I think Mitsu is going to be a little worse. It's definitely less splashable as that, like, small engine that was thrown into everything. But I do think it gets better into Yummy, because Yummy only has one Snatchy now. So I think it's worth to still play the 3 Bystials. Lightning Storm. Honestly, the card's not amazing, but it's not bad either. I wanted something that's really strong going second, and the Herald ban is pretty good for playing Lightning Storm. It's one less Omni Negate, and the Lightning Storm might actually resolve now. So I think it's worth still playing. Phantasme is incredible in this deck. I don't think I would cut this unless like I had something I really wanted to play. And then Doodrol. Gotta cut the 3rd. I think it has to stay in. It's Droll. Like, it sucks, but it has to. And then the 3 Fenrir. I don't think I really want to change much here, but I think I do want to put a talent in for the 3rd Droll. Talents is flexible. It's broken going first, but it's also good going second. So I think it's worth playing a card that's flexible. In the side deck, I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, I think that's where this kind of ends. I've been yapping for a long time, and I've had to cut the video a bunch because of like snow plows and salt trucks and stuff right behind me. So yeah, I think that's probably it for today. I'm feeling decent about where the deck's at. I definitely don't think Dracotail's dead. Now, is it the best deck in the format? It might still be. I think Yummy is still pretty good. I think Pure Yummy or Sulfachord Yummy is probably better than the Yummy Mitsu. I never loved that deck. Very explosive, but had a lot of bricks. And I don't know, I don't feel like it got better. Or, sorry, no, it definitely didn't get better. I don't think it stayed. Like, I don't think it's relevant now. It could be, maybe I'm wrong. But I think Pure Yummy and Sulfachord Yummy are still really good. I don't think they're better than Dracotail personally, but maybe I'm wrong. Some of the new decks are like good, like Cool Tune is good. I don't think it's amazing as far as I know. So I think Dracotail's like in a good spot. I think the deck is still very playable. Malice is still good. Malice is a good deck. The White Binder hit definitely hurt. It definitely hurts the deck. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it kills Malice. I don't think it does. But yeah, alright, let me shut up and stop yapping. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you're still sticking around, if you're going to bed, hopefully you're asleep already. If not, I hope you sleep well, get some good rest. If you're not going to sleep, I hope you're just a little bit more relaxed than you were when you clicked on the video. And I hope you guys have a great day. And, as always, thanks for being here.